it's April from April's Home, and Happy New Year, Happy 2017. So today I thought that I would share with you some of my New Year goals, my 2017 goals. But before I share my goals, I thought that I would do a quick taste test of Starbucks' two new beverages. This is the Tuxedo Mocha, and this is the Tuxedo Mocha Frappuccino. They looked like really fun drinks to kind of celebrate New Year's Eve with. I'll be up really late, so I thought that I should get some yummy coffees, and these looked really yummy to try out. I saw an ad for these in the Starbucks that was in my Target the other day, so I was really excited to give these a try. So this is the Tuxedo Mocha Frappuccino, and it says here that it is swirls of dark mocha and white chocolate in the blended coffee, just like a standard Frappuccino blended drink. And it's topped with whipped cream, and half of it is covered in mocha drizzle, and then it's topped with a sprinkle of chocolate curls. It looks really delicious. And this here is the Tuxedo Mocha. It looks a lot like a standard mocha, but it is done with a dark mocha and a white chocolate, also topped with whipped cream and drizzle and chocolate curls. Before I give these a try, I'll give you a close-up look at each of these drinks. Okay, so here's a quick up-close look at the Tuxedo Mocha Frappuccino and the Tuxedo Mocha. This is the Tuxedo Mocha Frappuccino, and you can see the design on the whipped cream here. Half of it is covered in yummy chocolate, and the other is just whipped cream, and it's got these cute little chocolate curls kind of decorating the top, and the bottom here just looks like a Frappuccino. And this is the Tuxedo Mocha here. It looks a lot like a mocha. Most of the whipped cream has melted, of course, because it is a hot drink and it melts really quickly, and you can kind of see floating around in there the remnants of the chocolate curls. They put the topping on similar to this in a mocha. Okay, so that is a close-up look at both of these drinks. I think they're really pretty. I love how the topping of this Frappuccino here looks like a black and white cookie or black and white drink. I think it's really pretty, the tuxedo design of it. I think that that is an absolutely fun drink to have during the New Year's celebration. It just looks like a fancy fun drink for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So now I'm going to go ahead and give this one a try. This is the Tuxedo Mocha Frappuccino. Okay, so this Tuxedo Mocha Frappuccino is absolutely delicious. It definitely tastes different from your standard mocha Frappuccino. The white chocolate mixed with the dark mocha is a really good flavor. The white chocolate kind of mellows out the dark chocolate for a nice, smooth, really good chocolatey flavor there. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. And it is, again, a very good tasting drink. I'm going to go ahead now and try a little bit of the topping. The topping is also really, really wonderful. I love the chocolate curls. They're really, really yummy. And of course, the mocha sauce is also really, really good. So that is definitely a very good Frappuccino. The Tuxedo Mocha Frappuccino, it's definitely a drink I would have again. It is very tasty. And now to try out the Tuxedo Mocha. This is a nice hot beverage, which is really good this time of year. We're having a lot of really cold weather coming up, so it's always fun to have good, warm, chocolatey beverages. Now I'm going to go ahead and give this one a try. This Tuxedo Mocha is also really, really good. I love the really unique taste of the dark mocha and the white chocolate kind of mixed together. It really kind of balances it out. Sometimes I find that white mochas are a little too sweet just all by themselves, and sometimes a regular mocha can maybe perhaps be a little too chocolatey and too bitter, and the two coming together really blend into a really nice, smooth, chocolatey beverage. Very, very tasty. If you like chocolate and you like mochas, I would definitely give this one a try. It's really, really tasty. This is another drink that I would definitely have again. So these two new Tuxedo Mocha drinks are really yummy new flavors from Starbucks. Definitely a fun new drink for the new year. I absolutely love trying out new coffee drinks, and I really enjoy Starbucks. Sadly, I've really had to cut back on my Starbucks because they have introduced almond milk to their menu, and I'm allergic to tree nuts, so every time I want a Starbucks drink, I have to bother my barista and have them clean everything down and make sure there's a new spoon and make sure it hasn't gotten too close to almond milk. And even at that, it's still kind of a dangerous game for me. I really worry about cross-contamination. So I've really had to avoid Starbucks a lot lately, which is really sad. I really love their drinks, but at the same time, I don't like to take a risk too much. My local baristas know me and they know about my allergies, so they're really good about getting everything cleaned up and taking the time to make sure that my drinks haven't been contaminated with anything, and I always look over the ingredients lists. But I'm really glad that my baristas were able to clean down the machines so that I could try out their new drinks. I really do love having Starbucks occasionally, and it was really nice of them to make sure that these didn't have any almond milk near them. So that was good, and it was really fun to get to try these out. Again, I don't know how many more Starbucks taste tests that I'll be doing this year again, because I really do worry about that cross-contamination with the almond milk and my tree nut allergy. It's really a little bit of a nerve-wracking thing there. So definitely 2 very good drinks. I love these. I think that they're very good. Definitely fun ones to try out, and I'm excited to drink the rest of these. I will probably share these with my husband. I can definitely not have 2 espresso beverages in one sitting. I would be way too hyper, even for New Year's Eve. So now I thought that I would go ahead and share with you some of my New Year's goals. So these are my goals for 2017. I thought that I would share these with you. It's always interesting to hear people's goals for the new year, and I have a bunch of goals this year. I am really excited about 2017. I love the start of a new year. I love sort of a kickoff to new chance to kind of remake goals, reset old goals, or try some new goals out and things like that. So I thought that I would share those with you today. I have included a whole tab in my little homekeeping journal here with my goals in it, so that I can make sure that I look at them throughout the year and can kind of stick with them and see how I'm doing on them. So the first goal that I have this year is sort of a word that I've chosen that will be like my prevailing thought for the year, and kind of a word that I want to focus on this year, and that word is joy. I love the word joy around the holidays. It's one of my favorite words, but I thought, why not think of joy throughout the year this year? So I want to be purposefully finding joy in my surroundings and in my home, as well as bringing joy to my family and friends by doing things to care for them and to make my home a place that is joyful. So that is one of my number 1 goals this year, is to find joy and create joy in my environment. My next goal is to really be on top of organizing my home. I have kind of let that go in 2016. 2016 kind of got away from me. It was a little bit of a crazy year for me, probably the most disorganized that I've been in quite some time. I do like to collect a lot of things. I like to do a lot of art projects. I'm kind of a creative person, and that kind of comes with being a little bit messy from time to time. But at the same time as being someone who likes to be creative, I also really love to be organized. I do have a lot of organizational systems in place. Some of them just need refreshing, and in some areas I need to kind of create new order and new organizational methods to kind of work with whatever systems that I've got going, and some of my areas where I need a little work on clutter. So I want to go through each room of my home and really make sure that each room is functioning for its purpose and decluttering any unnecessary items. And I'd also like to share some of that process on my channel. So I would like to perhaps talk about some of my organizational systems, or show you how I've organized something, or perhaps walk through a decluttering of a certain space or something like that. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work, but I would love to give that a try. In addition to decluttering everything and getting things in order, I would also like to really focus on my health this year. I would love to get moving a lot more. I got this new Fitbit for Christmas. It's been wonderful to track my steps and to track my sleep, so I'd like to really pay attention to that. I would really love to get in shape quite a bit more and move a lot more. I realize that I'm a very sedentary person, and I need to move quite a bit more. This has been a great tool for reminding me to get up and get moving, and I would like to increase that little by little throughout the year until I can move a lot more and feel a lot more comfortable with that, and just get a little bit more physically fit this year. I would also like to work on my sleep schedule. I'm kind of an insomniac. I think a lot at night, and so I stay up a lot really late at night, and I'd like to improve that, not only by perhaps getting some order around the house a little bit more so I'm not quite so cluttered with my thinking and it kind of makes me stay up at night, and working on some of my anxiety issues that also keep me up at night. That is just definitely something I struggle with and would love to work on, and really kind of take charge of my sleep schedule in the new year so that I feel rested and am better functioning throughout the day. And by doing that, also working a little bit on managing that stress and then eating better. And as far as eating better goes, I would definitely like to start journaling my food. I have done that in the past where I write down everything I eat and the calories that I intake, and that really has been one of the only tools that I've ever been able to actually lose weight with. And this year I would really love to lose weight. I have about a year and 20 days until my son and his fiance are married. So I really want to be in a little bit better shape so that when I'm, in the wedding party and I'm wearing a mother of the groom outfit, that it can look nicely and I can find something that I really like and feel really comfortable and really positive in. So that is definitely one of my big goals for 2017. And then speaking of the wedding, of course, my son will be married in the early part of January of 2018. So one of my big goals is to help them with anything they need help with in the planning of that, and to make myself available for that as well. And then also I'd like to work on some scrapbooks that I've been putting off. Since my son is getting married and moving out, one of the goals that I've always had since the kids were little would be to present them as adults with a really nice scrapbook of their childhood. So I would really love to work on that this year and get that going. I have my pictures really nicely organized. I've done some scrapbooking, so I would like to kind of put that together, compile that in a scrapbook for both my son and daughter of their childhood. And so that's definitely one of my big goals, to work on those scrapbooks and things like that. And then also I would love to gather up more of my recipes. Gathering up my recipes was also one of my goals last year, and I didn't really get to that. They're still in a box. They're still not as organized as I would like them to be. And getting them organized and put into a cookbook of sorts would be something I would really love to do. I know my sisters have always wished that I would get some of my recipes together as a Christmas gift for them, so perhaps I can take the year to get my recipes organized and put them in some sort of format that would be nice to use for Christmas next year as a gift, or just to give to my family and friends and things like that. So that's definitely one of my goals, to get my scrapbooks in order, my photos in order, and my recipes in order. That is definitely a big project, but something that really needs to be done and something that I would really love to have done. I would also love to start sharing more of my recipes on my channel here. My kitchen is really tiny and it isn't set up very easily for sharing my cooking recipes with. I've shared a few on here, but I would definitely like to figure out how to share that a little bit more often. I love cooking. It's one of my favorite things, and I would love to share my recipes a little bit more on this channel. So that's another one of my goals. And then a big goal for me this year too is also reading scripture daily. I love reading my Bible. I love getting ready and planning my Sunday school lessons that I teach every week. But one thing that I would like to do is make sure that I'm reading that scripture daily, reading my Bible every single day, and also perhaps finding a method of journaling about what I've read. That's something that I've really been wanting to do for a few years now. I've played around with some various ideas, but this year I'd really love to do that every day, along with reading scripture every day. So that's definitely a big goal of mine. And I really hope to do that. I think that that will really be a good benefit in my life and a good blessing in my life if I can make sure to be diligent about reading my Bible every single day. In addition to reading the Bible every day, I would also love to just read more. This year I have really let reading kind of go a little bit. I haven't read nearly as much as I normally do. I've always loved reading. As you can see, I'm surrounded by books, and this last year I just didn't read as much. I got too busy and didn't read as much. So this year in 2017, my goal is to read a minimum of 2 books every month. I would love to read a book a week. I don't know if that's possible right now with my schedule, but definitely I would love to read 2 books a month. I think I can do that. And I would also love to share on my channel some of the things I'm reading and what I thought of those books, things like that. And let's see, I would also love to be out in my garden quite a bit more. This last year I also didn't do my gardening the way I would normally do. I love gardening. It's one of my favorite pastimes. I love planting my veggies and growing fresh veggies. I did grow some this last year, but not nearly as much as I would have wanted to, or spend as much time kind of in my garden as I would have wanted to. So definitely that's something that I hope to do more of in 2017. And also just in general, being out in nature more and getting back into bird watching a little bit. We have so many beautiful birds around Oregon here, and I would love to get out on some trips and perhaps see some different birds that I haven't seen before. I love bird watching. It's one of my favorite things. So definitely getting back out in nature, getting back out in my garden, and doing a little bit more bird watching in 2017. So that's another one of my goals. And then As far as my collecting goes, I collected so much in 2016. I would love that in 2017 that I kind of refine what I collect a little bit more and not collect everything that catches my eye. I'm a little bit expressive about that, and I just collect everything that catches my eye. And this year I would kind of like to dial that back and refine a little bit of what I collect. Still collect things because I love doing that, but just refine that a little bit more. And as far as my channel goes, I would love to try new types of videos this year, perhaps more vlogging. Vlogging is something that I haven't been able to figure out how to do. I am still even learning how to take a selfie. I just don't have that coordination to hold my camera up and take that picture. I don't know, it's just perhaps not something I'm very good at. So I need perhaps a tool or something to help me with that whole vlogging thing, something to hold my camera on, getting comfortable with that format. I think it would be really fun. I know a lot of people were interested in how I plan the parties that I talk about. I buy a lot of the groceries and supplies for my parties, but I never share much of those parties because I'm very busy preparing for them. And perhaps vlogging a little bit of that process would be a really fun way to share that, or some other method of sharing that. So that's definitely something I would love to try and do. As I said, I would love to film more recipes as well as more of my home organization videos and things that I do for that. And of course, I still will love to share some of the toys that I purchase, the things that I love, the products and makeup that I love to share about. I will continue doing that. I love doing that. It's just fun to share about that. So I'd also like to share a little bit more about my collections, share some actual collection videos. That's something I would definitely like to do in the new year. And I know I've been requested to do toy collection videos, doll collection videos, makeup collection videos, things like that. So those are some of the goals that I have for my channel this year. I've really had a lot of fun filming videos this year and interacting with everyone this year. It's just been so fun. If you have any suggestions for videos that you would like to see in 2017, be sure and leave that in the comments, and I will definitely try to work on some new types of videos and figuring out different methods of filming and things like that. So that's definitely one of my goals for 2017. This has been a really wonderful year on my channel. I've met so many interesting people in the comments and by watching other channels and things like that. I've just really loved it. One of my goals last year was to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I met my goal thanks to you, my viewers, and everyone who's subscribed and commented on my videos and liked my videos. It has just meant so much to me. I've really enjoyed that. It's just really a neat thing, a neat format to share with you things about myself, and I would just love to continue doing that. I thank you guys so much for your support in 2016. I thank you so much for helping me reach my goal of 5,000 subscribers, and I really hope to continue building my channel more in the new year. I hope everyone has a very happy new year, and I really look forward to interacting with you all more this year in 2017. Thank you so much for listening to me today. I hope you enjoyed hearing some of my goals for 2017. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe for more videos from April's Home. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.